What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, y'all, one of my subscribers, I don't even know if this person is really a subscriber or not. I don't know if they came to my channel based upon my content around Eminem's recent song Houdini, or if they've just discovered my channel with me talking about sports or something else, right? But they left a comment asking me, are there some Eminem songs or projects that I enjoy? Something along those lines. I don't got the question like verbatim, but it was something along the lines of, did I enjoy some Eminem projects or songs? And I have some songs from Eminem that I did enjoy, believe it or not, right? Because some people just think I don't like nothing he's ever made. I like Forgot About Dre. Thought that was a dope track. I thought The Way I Am was fire. I thought that was a fire track, right? I really like Cleaning Out My Closet. Thought that was fire. I thought Lose Yourself. I mean, that's one that everybody likes and listens to, especially if you watch 8 Mile. 8 Mile, if you're a fan of like any sports. Lose Yourself is always played at like sporting events and all that type of stuff, right? Because it's like, it's synonymous with like crunch time in the final hour to like, you know, overtake another team or reach the pinnacle of your goals or whatever, right? I liked his verse on Patiently Waiting, outstanding, right? I liked his verse on Renegade, even though I feel like I like Jay's verse a lot more, a little more, because Jay's was like actually, he was talking relatable content in life within the ghettos of America. You know what I mean? And especially as a young black man, I related to that. I like his verse on Don't Push Me from 50's album Get Rich or Die Trying. I like Stan. Honestly, and it's a great story, but I feel like Dido's hook made it so much more captivating. Now the story is dope and the music video helps to sell. It sells exactly what he's saying in the song perfectly. The video and the depiction of this crazed, obsessed Eminem fan, that all the visual helped, but Dido's hook also helped to seal the deal. And he probably got some other songs that I probably did not include. There's some other songs that I may have liked from him, but I don't like a lot of Eminem content. Now, if you notice, a lot of these songs that I named, a lot of them are features. And what happens is when Eminem gets on songs with like street artists, like black street artists who like, not Blackstreet, the group. I'm talking about like black artists who have a street background, a serious tone to their music. He raps. He don't do the comical, silly shit like that. Although in Forgot About Dre, now he wrote all the verses in Forgot About Dre. He wrote Dre's verses and all that, right? In that song, he does say something about choking you to death with a Charleston chew, Slim Shady, hotter than the set of twin babies. And Mercedes Benz, the winds over. I forgot whatever the shit to go, right? I forgot. Now, that can be a little silly, but it was really fire, though. It wasn't too outlandish. I don't like the Eminem when he gets under that Slim Shady act, when he starts talking about, you know, I was vomiting in your cereal and eat the vomit with you and shove a spoon up your ass and rip your eyeballs out and rip your spleen out and throw it against the wall and eat it for breakfast. All that crazy shit, that shit is not for me. He does not do that when he on songs with 50 and stuff like that, right? He don't. When he's on songs with serious black artists, Jay-Z and them, he not doing all of that, you know, hi kids, do you like violence? Do you want to see me stick 9-inch nails through each one of my eyelids? What's the one? I smacked him in the face with an eraser, chased him with a stapler, and stapled his nuts to a stack of paper. That shit is silly to me. I don't like that. Like, I don't like my bum is on your lips. My bum is on your lips. That shit is not spitting on your onion rings. That shit not for me. I've never really been a fan of comical rap like that. Unless it's done, like, and I'm gonna say this too, people gonna think it's, and I know y'all gonna say, you're racist. I always liked the way Ludacris did his comical rap. Cause the shit still felt soulful and it still felt close to black shit. Like, black stuff, hating your mama and wanting to kill your mama ain't really no black type. That's culturally, that's not things that we really connect to. I'm not saying there's not black men there are black men who dislike their mother, some black men hate their mother. But even when a lot of black people in our community, it's taboo to say you want to kill your mama and stuff. A lot of times, a lot of black men are raised primarily by their mama. Sometimes solely by their mother. And even if they don't have the best relationship with them, they will never talk about killing them and all, like unaliving them. It's just something that we just don't like. No. when he makes these songs and he's talking about doing sexual stuff with Dre, that's weird to me. Ludacris never doing nothing like that. He never talking about wanting to unalive his mama. So it's like the comicalness is like, it's relatable. Like, you know, like it's not too outlandish, like sticking something up your butt and all that crazy stuff. Eminem, you staple your nuts to a stack of paper and my bum is on your lips. It's just too outlandish for me. And again, being a black man, there are certain cultural, black culture is different, okay? And there are nuances in our culture. This shit is just not, like I always make these jokes. Like white men make jokes about like, black men do that shit too. Sometimes I see Charlamagne and them do it too, but it's not really like super prevalent for us to be making a whole lot of gay jokes with our friends and talking about effing our friends and stuff like that. Like white men do that a lot. Like I went to Arkansas State. It's a predominantly white school. I went there for grad school, and it was I forgot the white fraternity. These brothers was rubbing on each other's shoulders, rubbing on each other's chests and stuff. In public at the game. White dude, he's sitting between his legs like he about to braid his hair, something rubbing all on him. And we was looking like, what the fuck? And they was acting like they was just playing. But that shit, like, black men would never really be doing stuff like that. Like, they're just not. Like even when I see Adam 22 talking about setting out his wife and shit, black men outside, I'm not talking about, not token black men do shit like that. Like Dennis Rodman and shit like that. Like black men that white folks think are like science projects and shit. But most black men who hang around black folks and grew up around black people, we don't do shit like that. You're not setting out your wife, setting out your woman. We don't be all these super gay, like, homosexual innuendos and talking about freaking on. Like Eminem would do stuff like that in his songs. And so for me, I would just get immediately like turned off to it. As a kid, bro, I'm talking about as a kid, I was hearing this shit like, bro, what? Why are you killing your mama? Why are you talking about raping your mother and your baby mother? Why you want to talk about assaulting your mother in a perverted way? Why are you doing shit? What the fuck? Like that shit is not, no. And even like the song Love, I hate that song, I Love the Way You Lie with Rihanna. I do not like that shit. Like, I think he talked about burning the whole house down and burning the mattress on fire. That crazy shit. I ain't never wanted to kill no woman I was dating. I never wanted to be domestically violent to her. That shit just don't appeal to me. It sounds like some real emo stuff. Like you just want to kill her and all. Like that shit. No. I just never felt like, oh, I want to kill you and burn the house on fire and you're gonna watch it. Damn it. And yeah, just no. Eminem, when C words start flying, that's how I know certain songs ain't for me. When I hear the word cock, that's like when you watch it, like, go ask any black person. When they hear that doing some white porn, we be like, gee, all right, this did get crazy. If you hear a black person say that, you can be like, what the heck? When I hear the word cunt and stuff like that, that's how I know, oh, this is not for me. When I hear that, I be like, gee, it's not for me, bro. This is not my content. It's not for me. So when I be hearing stuff like that in his music, it just was always a turn out to me. When I was like 8 years old, this shit was not vibing with me. I guess because I was just so rooted in blackness in my culture and in certain stuff that was just so far off from what we into as a people and as a culture. I'm talking about, and black people are not monolithic. We're not. But again, in our culture, there are certain nuances in our culture. When you grow up around other black people in black communities, primarily, I went to school with black people. You know what I mean? Like, I went to the grocery store where black folks went, like Chicago, super segregated, like I tell y'all. I went to school with them, went to the park with them, played basketball with them. Like, we lived amongst each other. So, like, it's certain stuff that we just don't really relate to. Like, they're like, what is he talking about doing this to his mom? And, you know, and I'll take your spleen out and rip it up my ass and all of that. And, you know, and I'll goggle your nuts around in my mouth and storm back at you and make you eat them too. And all like that crazy shit. We be like, what? What is he doing? Like, that is just not appealing to me. Like, oh, I'm in the 4 boards and the 4 Taurus riding through the corridors and I might freak 4 whores and, you know, and make you one of my whores because you're a cute guy and you got a tight little ass and oh my. And I hey man, cut this shit off, dog. That's how I used to be. He don't do that when he get on songs with 50 for the most part and like Jay-Z and Tip and them. He don't do that. He do that Slim Shady shit when he by himself or with Dre sometimes.